Welcome back, everyone, to part number 3 of the Burning Wheel Patronage. We have a dwarf who's trying to fix a lock. And Finbar, can you tell me about some else of like some of the people you have like a business, right? There's people who work for you.
Yeah, so I think I have I have a housekeeper.
Yeah.
I have
I'm
probably
thinking more like do you have
yeah.
clerks and stuff?
I can't imagine I have many. I imagine this. I've gone from I worked in the banks
Mm.
for someone
Yeah.
else, and then I left.
But
And
you
made my
have a
own
business,
I
right?
run. Yeah, but I do. Yes, I have a small business.
Yeah,
So I imagine
yeah.
I only have 3, maybe 4 employees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's probably a door person, which is probably someone from who used to work for me when I was the Siren
Someone who
Silver.
used to be a bouncer.
Yeah, someone who was a bouncer, and then they were my collections guy, and now they're oh yeah, no, you get a cushy job. They've got a bit of a a wine gut since then.
Yeah.
They keep it hidden under a nice suit. And they're my doorman.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple clerks who I met when I did my banking
Yeah.
exams or poached from my last place of work. Who
Mm-hmm.
my probably not, they're not partners, but are around as good at this as I am.
Okay. Yeah. So I think you so Elov, you're working on this lock, and you've kind of you've taken the whole the lock thing off the door. To get in there and try and fix it. And you hear footsteps behind you, and you turn around, and there's a young ish maybe late 20s man, who
It's my intern.
yeah, he's got sandy blonde hair. Why are you flailing, Finbar?
Sorry, my headphones are going mad, and you are
Okay.
moving from ear to both ears, but quiet, to both ears, but loud.
Okay.
And it is
What if I do this?
freaking me the fuck out. I know if I stay exactly still,
Okay.
you're coming through both ears.
Okay, so yeah, so you see this youngish guy with sandy blonde hair. I think his name is Anton. He's quite tall. Doubly so for you. And he's holding a stack of papers. And he's whistling to himself as he's coming through the hallway, and he stops and drops all the papers on the floor. And he's like, Elia, there's a dwarf. There is a dwarf breaking into the house.
No, I'm not. I just. Yeah, and he just panics. I try
Stay right there.
Take a skill test.
Yeah. Maybe a still test is probably the right.
Yeah, if I
for
pass the
surprise.
skill test, I'm gonna try and put it back so
Yeah.
it doesn't look like I did anything.
Yeah.
If I fail, I'm just gonna fucking.
Standard rule.
Just cry.
Yeah.
Alright, sweet. No.
No.
Nope.
So yeah, so the guy is you stay right there, dwarven thief. I will call the guards.
I mean,
Elia,
there's
Elia.
I would like to say there is definitely policy here, which is guards don't get called until the bouncer can't deal with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't really want any
True.
guards poking
Yeah.
around. So it's the doorman is port of first call,
Yeah.
which everyone knows, and definitely Elia knows.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like Elia comes in, and it's Anton, what are you yelling? And she stops and looks at you. It's I said not to touch the door.
I know. I thought you'd set things off on a good foot, and also I just really wanted to fit. Like, you can't. It's dangerous to not have it fixed. And I
Yes,
didn't want-
because strange men might break into our house and unlock our doors.
I'm not unlocked. Well, I suppose it is unlocked because I picked it. I know it looks worse than. I.
Look, maybe
I'm more of a weirdo.
I am
than
not
criminal, I
one
promise.
to judge the people that my employer has meetings with, but perhaps it would be best if you cancelled your meeting.
No.
I will tell Adriana that you couldn't make it.
No, please. I need to. I need this gig. Come on, man. Be cool.
Just be cool. Just be cool for once. Just be
At
cool.
some point, because Elia was with me in the scene with what's his face, do we want to flash back to that so we can have a setup of how
Yeah,
I
that's probably a
feel?
good idea. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah, so I want to make sure, like, because Elia knows a level of what I want, and we would have this discussion. And she'd also be present. So,
Yeah.
I mean, whether or not she approves is a very different
Mhm.
question. But I don't know, leaving like panicking. Alov might be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Elia gets a faraway look in her eyes as she thinks back to a conversation she had with Adriana
Yes.
just this morning.
Just this morning. Yeah. So I forgot. So we have our magnificent Christoph Kalb.
My husband. I mean.
Yes, husband. In his magnificent yellow and purple doublet, and matching
Big
yellow
orange
trousers, pantaloons,
Yeah.
and big black boots and mighty moustache, and he's turned around to your greeting. He's like, What is this? What? Who are you?
Apologies for the slightly.
Can't you see I'm busy here? I have 200 men who do not know how to load a damn ship.
Surely, if they're trained by someone as capable as yourself, they can handle themselves for 10 minutes without direct supervision.
Well, unfortunately, these are not my crew. You do not raise good workmen in this city. Frankly, I am completely astounded that this whole city even functions.
Yo, I might know some smugglers who could help with that. They're very good at getting things on and off of boats quickly. No, I don't say that. I go. I understand, of course. I'll keep this very brief then. My name is Adriana Resare. I operate a small business in near the Piazza. I was hoping if I could get a few moments of your time to discuss an acquisition you made early this morning. A theatre.
What is this? Pizza?
The square with the artists and the theatres and so on.
Oh yes, my new warehouse.
Just the one. I had a thought of a little venture for the two of us. But please, I would like to add this in slightly. You're busy right now. And is there a bar near here?
Oh, definitely. There is like a sailor's
Is there
tavern.
like a not shit bar around here?
No.
Okay. In which case I go. If you will not be very long, myself and my assistant will wait in the establishment over there. I'd like to conduct this conversation properly over wine. As a good
Vine?
business-
Yeah. Only beer.
I'm sure they'll serve what we need. All good negotiations happen with a drink in hand. I give
do
you
you
my
wanna-
most winning smile.
Do you want to make a persuasion test?
Absolutely. Cool. feel like this guy's gonna be one of those like smarter than he is willful people. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping.
Let's call it a will 4.
Cool.
+2 ob because it's an enmity.
Oh shit! Yeah. I forgot
Circle.
that. I mean, I specifically raised like the hey, I want to make you money. Can I fork in currency wise?
No. You need like money making wise.
Currency breeds other currency.
No, that's not what currency means, Finbar.
I don't really lie in that set of statements, so I don't think I can pull in that. No, this isn't good. Okay, I'm just gonna have to roll it flat. Is there anything Elliot can do to help me? That's a good question. Inconspicuous strategy. Nope.
No.
Unfortunately, being scary is not helpful right now.
Nope.
Which is I'm not going to spend persona yet. Base obstacle 4. Oh shit! No, I need to add 2 onto that. Whoops. I fail anyway.
Yeah.
That is a challenging persuasion test, which I also don't need. I just need routines. Cool. So he's not gonna join me on that particular venture.
Yeah, so he says, 9, I'm very busy. Whatever venture it is you have planned, I have already thought of it, dismissed it, and come up with a better idea.
Escalate to violence. Come on.
We're not quite there. Gotta make
Second.
at least like. I'm not gonna. She's a stabber. She's not like a tackled 10 sailors by herself. Still a 17-year-old girl with a small knife. Unfortunately, one with 2 life paths cannot make goddamn like Hercules.
Nope.
God, I can't go in with persuasion again. I don't really quite want to escalate to sneaking into his house and beating the shit out of him just yet. It's an option. That's definitely a considered one. If I get a sample of his writing, I could try and forge something.
Mm-hmm.
But that would again require breaking into his house.
Right,
okay.
you've got to escalate in some way, right?
Yeah, which is, I think, so I either have to, like, straight up lie, or I just have to, like, try and just appeal to some kind of money instinct, but I don't really have that. I was supposed to say seduction, but I'd have bad will, and I would fail. Like, instantly. I don't really know if that's exactly going to help me here. I guess, yeah, just like, I could go for the most ridiculous lie.
Yeah, you could.
Actually, okay, can I use law-wise first? To try and, like, pull some legal thing that's, like, gonna cause a problem for his, like, either some new tax that's coming through that's going, like, a tax on, like, foreign merchants or on shipping or on both. And then be like, hey, you need to diversify your income streams because otherwise you gonna be poor soon.
Yeah.
And you know who doesn't do well in this city? Poor foreigners.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna then like try and fork that into like a falsehood of like, if you come with me, I can make a proposition that will entirely solve that problem.
Mhm.
And hope that that's
Mhm.
big enough of a lie to be
Mhm.
falsehood, not persuasion.
Yeah, you can do that.
Sick. So yeah, let's lore wise this shit.
Okay. Uncommon
Um,
information. Up 4.
Cool. Rule of law.
Yeah.
Study of the law is pretty important here. Currency wise, so I'm literally talking about his money flow.
Yeah, for once, yes.
Boom. I don't think persuasion's yet into it. The city. Talking about this city's laws, but I don't think that's quite enough to really get me that. Cool. Okay, just law-wise with 2 forks then. Again, I should check Elia's sheet, but I'm pretty sure she's not got anything helpful. I really just need to keep this open. No. Cool. Okay. Do. Submit. Submit. A base obstacle 4. Why am I so... Well, it's a difficult law-wise test, so that's something.
Yeah. So no, you can't think of anything.
Cool.
And so this falsehood test, like if you succeed, yes, like he will be intrigued.
I mean, the lie is that of like, it is. I don't have any actual information to back this. And
yeah.
like,
Well, so the reason you're taking a like an ob penalty now is because you have to make something up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I like move like and I like move a bit closer to him, and kind of like gesture, and what was his name again? It was Christoph. What was his?
Cal.
Name. Fart. Yeah. So, Senor Cal. I'm trying to be delicate here, but there is something at stake in this. I'm not just offering this because your livelihood is threatened. You may have noticed that foreign merchants aren't doing so well in the city recently. People in the Señoria have started to notice that people are flocking to our city to benefit. I believe this to be a good thing. They believe this to be a sign that we are in some way failing to promote our own citizens' interests. Soon they will be coming for the people like you trying to just make an honest living out here. You need to embed yourself within the city. I can help you do that. It will also profit me, but hey, since when did you ever know anyone to be generous for free? And yeah, I guess I give him I pulled out like a card with my address on it again, and be like,
you don't have these.
I mean, again, I have paper. I can write in things.
Yes.
I prepared.
Look, there's an election coming up. I've been watching the polls. It looks like Trumpolini is doing well, and if that happens, bad things are going to happen to your kind of people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone is ignorant racist.
Okay. So it's falsehood test. It says will, which is 4. 6
Cool.
because he's enmity. 7
Yes.
because you failed that law wise.
Sick. Do I get +1 because, you know, people be racist isn't a horrendously unbelievable lie?
No.
Ah, come on. Still talking about money.
Yeah.
So currency-wise, persuasion. I'm trying to persuade him of something.
Uh-huh.
City-wise, because I'm literally talking about the attitudes of this city towards foreigners, and I can shoehorn in sensible things. I mean, I can't actually win this. But hey, let's go.
Spend some of that persona.
So, 3. I mean, even then, because I don't have fate.
Yeah.
I don't even have enough dice to actually, like, if I succeed on all of them, hit it. But chasing it and being all, like, intense about it might get me fate, so hey. Yeah, so I'm not going to spend Arthur. And the base obstacle is 7. Sick. So yeah, that's my challenging
Great.
falsehood test.
Great.
And he doesn't buy it. Cool.
No. Sorry. So he like scoffs, and says, Madame, what kind of merchant do you take me for? Do you really think that I'm starting to slip into a French accent now? The Germans.
Were you doing a German accent before?
I was trying to do a German accent.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Brutal, savage, wrecked.
You know, back like many years ago, I was really good with accents, and then like somehow,
When the winter came.
like people were just really mean about me doing accents, and then I stopped being good at accents.
Aw, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Figured out why my headphones are buggered. There's a fraying cable here. Sorry,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, so he says in a German accent, like, who do you take me for? Like, I know how this city works, and I don't plan on spending too much more time in it myself.
Cool. Okay, well, I know not to push. I know not to push when I'm not wanted.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any need of a moneylender, I do implore you to seek me out, and I will try to give him the card again. If he refuses it, I'm just gonna have to bail.
Yeah, I think he takes the card, but like,
Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
it's the polite thing to do.
Yes. And as we walk away, I just turn to Ellie and go like, "Find me where he's staying in the city, would you, dear?" And cool. I would like to walk into this scene with Alov.
Sure.
In the future times.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, so I straight out of the door that doesn't have a lock in it now from my upstairs.
Yeah.
Like look down at the door, look at the contraption, look at shaking Alov and Elia, who will know what I'm about, what my current plan is. And I go, Anton, thank you. This is an acquaintance. Why don't you return to work?
Yeah, he like scoops up his paper and says, "Coming to business. In fact, dwarves in. Everything's going downhill."
Thank you, Anton. And yes, I go, Master Alov. Care to explain why you're trying to break into my private rooms?
I mean, I'm not. So I was just trying to.
Then you will have a very good explanation as to why the lock for said rooms is on the floor and disassembled by some kind of master craftsman.
It's broken.
I can see that.
It was broken before. Surely you were aware of this.
Alia, be a dear. Help him gather that up. Come through. Let's have some tea, Master Alov.
I can fix it. I'm nearly done. I just got interrupted.
Yeah, and I go, well, I'll go boil the kettle, and you come find me when you're quite finished. Elia, bring him along when he's done. And yeah, I'll sweep back into my apartments if she wants to have if you want to have a conversation with her while you're working.
Mm-hmm.
No, I changed my mind. Nope. Trouble. I don't want to go on a fix.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Like-
just take 15 minutes.
Like, you can't fix it.
Cool, cool. I like debts. Debts are good.
Yeah. Like, let it ride. You made the test. You failed.
How long do you fuss before Elia, like before you say to Elia it's fucked, or she goes, "How's it going?"
I don't know, 5 minutes.
Cool. I mean, yeah. Who breaks first?
Yeah, so Elia, like,
'Cause Elia will wait till about a kettle boil and a half.
yeah, so Elia, like, she's standing there and she takes out, like, a notebook and opens it and, like, turns to a page. Says, Master Alov, my employer does have several meetings today. If you could, hurry it up.
Well, I was right. It definitely is broken. Was.
Still it is, by the looks of it.
Well, you can't actually fix these things. Need a new lock.
Yeah, and she, like, makes that face at you and is like, well,
I don't think I can make locks. I can't make locks. Could I make a lock?
black
don't know.
metal artifice lock.
Make me a magic lock. Don't worry, I have a very important thing for you to make me that's cool and magic.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah,
Um,
just like, I don't know if I can make this. Should we go upstairs? Yeah, let's do that.
I think you could make a lock.
So you just turn up with like my lock on like a little like blanket, just like, sorry.
Oh yeah, mundane and household metals. Yeah, I can make a lock.
So, yeah.
It would just be kind of difficult, I imagine. Anyway,
My
So I
pre-made
do-
fancy door.
I'll actually go up.
Okay. Yes, and yes, you find Adriana in her like little like I think a little table in a window. And there's like 3 cups of tea set around this table. And she is like has 2, and then she has hers like up like a little saucer and is sipping of this. I see you're still holding my lock.
Yes, I'm afraid it was irreparably broken before I got here.
I see. Well, tell me, Master Dwarf, do you have many friends around the city?
Well,
Customers? As you're doing freelance work without an employer, I'm presuming you must have a lot of free time.
certainly free time that I'm working on filling. Yes.
I see. You mentioned you were something of an artist? Or aspiring artist, anyway?
Probably slightly closer to the latter. Yes.
Fascinating. So, young man, no friends, no money, wants to be an artist, has the skills to be a tradesman. Am I far off the mark?
Well, I'm not. I will get there. It will take some time, and there have been some stumbling blocks, but I've got time on on my side.
I see. I see. You have time, but tell me. Money generally is required when one wants to buy food. If you haven't got any customers, how do you intend to keep food on your table?
Well, I've been making bits here and there.
I see. Well, I have a little project in the works, Master Dwarf. Please, take a seat. And you are, like, Elia pulls the one that's kind of, like, inside the 2 of us out. So you are, like,
I don't think Ellie is in the room.
I mean, she was definitely invited. She is aware of all my strange plans and concoctions. I'll treat
Okay.
her as like she doesn't. If she doesn't want to be, that's on her. But like she is definitely invited.
Like I think she understands like at the end of the like she is like your mentee, but she's also your employee, and understands the like necessity of like client privacy.
Sure. He ain't a client yet. Yeah. But well, I indicate a seat for him. And I kind of lean over the table and go, so this little project in mind. I want to put on display. Our city has classical masters and all manner of things that everyone has seen before. But in the last few days, I've had the pleasure of meeting yourself, a dwarven artist, practically unheard of in the entire city, alchemist who can make paints that contort and change color before your very eyes, and an artist who has a certain flair for the... I don't really know if there's a word for it. She's quite good. I think we did see her getting dragged away by the Inquisitors earlier, but...
is she gonna be okay?
as I understand it, mostly a formality. Bit of public shaming. The church aren't big. Probably a small tithe paid by her father. The church more interested in collecting revenue than they are in actually punishing anybody.
Oh.
They wonder why their influence is lessened. Now, said project has hit a little bit of a snag. Certain man holding the process up. I need to persuade him of some things. And for that, I need to make him believe some things. That his business is in danger, that he needs to rely on me. Now, you walked into my suites today as a guest. In front of several witnesses, you tried to break into my rooms. And so you can leave here with some level of disgrace, a bit of a bad reputation, worst case, and the iron clasp of the guard. And I have several witnesses of repute who can attest that is entirely fair and just. Or, if you can help me convince this man that he needs to take bold, decisive action. And in reward, well, you don't have many friends. I will be your friend. I will put your piece as the rarest of the rare, the jewel from our strange and wonderful city at the center for the rich and powerful of the city to come enjoy. You get to be an artist. I get to display your art and reap the profits therein. Even he'll make money. I don't intend to cut him out. Sounds like a win-win for all of us. Will you help me, Master Ayla? And now this is the point where you tell me if this is if your dark, greedy instincts take over, or if this is a persuasion.
No, roll persuade.
Okay.
Because, actually, no, roll intimidate because you're intimidating me. The core of it is if you don't do what I want, I'm going to tell everyone you tried to steal from my shop.
I don't know. I feel like the
That
core of it.
I agree with Dave.
Okay, maybe I played my hand too hard then. But I very much wanted to be like, look, this can be great for both of us.
Yeah. Yeah. I think putting the thing there makes it makes it
The plan was to build to the really good thing. Like, there's a shitty way today turns out. But on the other hand. But fair. If that's the impression you got, then that's the role I should be making. Cool. I don't have that. So let's learn some things. do I get +1 die for him actually being scared of what just happened?
I don't have any reason to be scared of you, actually. I
I'm
don't
not scared
know.
of me, but like, left a seat. I don't. Yeah, Adriana isn't a scary lady, but I don't know.
No.
The consequences she suggested are believable.
He's far too straightforward.
Okay.
And kind of.
So intimidation is against will, right?
Yeah.
Okay, which is for you a
5.
cool. Can't succeed. No modifiers.
I won't just be like, no.
Yeah.
It'll just be like, I'm not. Then you get the upper hand from that.
No additional complications. Boop. A challenging will test. Hell yeah.
Good job.
Look, I've got a lot of tests today, okay?
I
All of them are
was
useful.
looking back, and apart from some stuff that is on like Ob Zero, only one person has passed the test today.
Oh,
Nice.
I've like succeeded at all of like 2 rolls as Adriana. It's ridiculous.
Look.
Yeah, the only pass test is Alov's perception test, and that was like just gradiated.
Miss Adriana. I would love to work together, but that's not how that happened. So, I'm not above saying that I am desperate enough to overlook it, but I'm happy to put that behind us if you still think that we could mutually benefit.
Yeah, I like because if you put the lock on like a little cloth or something, she just folds the cloth over so that like the lock is underneath it, and goes. Anton can be so very clumsy at times. I'm sure he'll have replaced it out of his paycheck in no time at all, and I'll refuse the kindness because he did it so punctually. No problem caused.
I was going to offer to make another one, but however you'd like to handle that, that's fine. I have to warn you,
Maybe we will commission you.
well, yes, I'm significantly better at that than what you want me to do. I've not had the resources to practice very much, I'm afraid.
Yeah. And she goes, now, I will admit your artistry is a little beyond me, but engineering is something I understand dwarves to be understanding of.
Well, yes.
Tell me, can you make anything that can start a fire?
Oh. God, if you'd not been so creepy about this, you wouldn't have had a second thought and been like, oh yeah, I spent like 12 years of my life learning how to light fires. Of course.
You know, I'm leading. Like at some point, this comes down to I'm gonna put that in this dude's house and set his house on fire, and convince him that the reason that happened is because. But yeah, like euphemisms.
I'm actually fairly skilled at that. The part of the process of learning to be a craftsman back in the halls requires you to spend a lot of time respecting fire, making it.
Seems a very sensible first step in learning a trade.
Well, they didn't let me get to the second step, so.
She like, I think takes a sip of her tea to kind of cover and like, if you want to elaborate, but I'm not gonna push you.
The tea is good today.
If this was Firebrands, I make a comment about the food. Yeah. So she goes, well, I'll level with you, Master Dwarf. I want to put the fear into this man that his livelihood is threatened. To do this, I'm open to suggestions, but my current thoughts are to start a small fire in some of his holdings, threaten his livelihood, force him to seek new options. I have presented him with one such option. With a little push, I believe he'll fall into my lap, and if he falls into my lap, his money falls into yours. With that, by summer, you have a wonderful space in which to demonstrate one of your pieces in front of an audience when the season begins.
Well, I wasn't aware when I was going to this meeting that it was going to be this kind of meeting.
I wasn't aware when I invited you, but things change quickly around here. One must be prepared to move with the times.
I have a small counteroffer.
Please. It's a negotiation, not a coercion.
If I'm willing to do this for you, there's been something I've wanted for a while, but not had the means for. And I'm hoping, with the contacts it seems that you are leading to having, we could arrange. The specifics are a little strange sounding.
Please. I work with rich and powerful people. I don't think you can surprise me.
Well, if I'm to make a good sculpture for you, then I would require... There was a woman who...
She like
I was
the corner of
inspired
her
by-
mouth like slightly quirks up.
I was inspired by her,
Oh.
but she would not model for me. I was slightly awkward and have no recourse, yet still the desire remains to see her hands again. And to
I can understand the
hold.
difficulties of letting go of a desire to accomplish something. So, I lend you my aid in... Do you have a name for this woman?
No, I'm afraid not. It's...
We definitely named her.
Yes, I didn't get it though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. We named her. Elon doesn't know.
I don't have any of the information.
Hmm.
I can tell you about her. She's in a relatively rare profession, after all.
Please. Well, we'll get the full details, but if I help you to find this woman and help you convince her, at least to the best of my abilities, to model for your sculpture,
Hmm.
and find the way to appropriately compensate her for that, perhaps with your aid, then we can move forward. I would prefer to move forward at the same time with both projects. It would,
No, of course. Yeah,
time is of the essence and such. Well, in which case, this sounds like it will work out to both of our benefits. It's a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Milov. Yeah, and she like reaches across the table to shake your hand.
This is when you notice that Adriana has very good hands.
No. I have
No,
I have
yeah,
a hand.
You have a hand thing.
Hand waifu.
I'm trying to think is how, like imagining Adriana's like physicality is proving challenging for me. She looks very different every time I imagine her. Haven't yet been able to like entirely pin like. I know she has red hair. That's about it.
Mhm.
That's what I know about her.
Okay.
But yeah.
He's obviously very hesitant, but he does shake your hand.
Fantastic. That was a me, not an Adriana. Cool. All right. I'm happy to close on that.
Yeah. Shall we wrap up and?
Yeah. Is
If there's nothing else that I need to.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We can do something quick.
No, I said nothing. I said
Oh,
Oh, right.
oh,
so,
okay, cool.
Cool.
Okay then yeah, let's wrap up and do some Arthur, and then
sorry to get a
close
little,
out the
little
show.
grubby-handed there, the
Yeah.
end
That's okay.
Fun.
Ash,
yeah,
let's look at your beliefs.
I tried so hard.
there. So far.
I was like, I'm gonna make an event, and I didn't get there, but I tried. So the fate, I've been cold and hungry never again. I was trying to get Dad to give me money.
Yep.
I don't know that I tried real hard on recognize my distant difference or respecting Martin. I was mostly focused on.
I think you've discovered what will change.
We'll change that. Okay, so
Yeah.
persona for that is
Yeah.
All right, cool. Cool. All right.
I don't know if the second half is going to happen by this course of action, but sure.
That's the thing, right? Like, yeah, yeah. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I always have a tasty snack on hand. Didn't get me in trouble. I feel like no, I don't think any of my instincts got me in trouble specifically.
No, I don't think so.
And I don't think. Here's the thing: did romantic take the story in an interesting direction because it made it the opposition, right? Like by me being romantic and being like
Mhm.
you know not with Martin,
Promiscuous.
and whatnot. Did that take the story in an interesting direction because that was like created the opposition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Makes sense to me. In my father.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah. Cool. All right. So that's 2 fate and a persona.
Yeah. Just gotta start rolling those sixes.
Yeah.
Goddamn fate. So bad.
Dave.
Yeah. So I attempted to carry on fixing things.
You did.
So I'll take a faith from belief 1.
Mm-hmm.
I attempted to work on my second belief of creating relationships with clients as I work. It went badly.
Uh-huh.
I
One
did
could
it.
argue you succeeded.
We're not
Great
friends.
relationship.
Tried to blackmail.
That's fair. That's fair. There's a relationship. It might
Friends don't
be
blackmail
the
friends.
devil, but it's definitely a relationship.
I
Yeah.
would like some faith and never leave something broken, because otherwise that would...
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. So that is that free fate.
Yeah, it's 3 fate. I was leaning into either greed or determined
Mm-hmm.
as the trait that was leading him into, instead of just being like a sensible person and being like, this woman's
It's a
fucking
bad room to be in.
let's turn this around and get this obvious dodgy crime lady to
Yeah.
kidnap this woman for me
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah.
Because
No.
I want those
I'm a
hands.
respectable businessman with a weird scarred doorman and an assistant who's like
Yeah.
kind of
Perfect.
scary and
Okay.
with a knife.
Is that reasonable?
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Okay, so it takes me up to a total of 12 fate and 1 persona.
Okay.
All
God,
virus and fate.
yes.
Yes. With interest.
Ugh. No.
Okay. Finbar.
So I think I get. I'm definitely pursuing my. I shall partner up with its new owner, who I'll
Yep.
change new owner to that name. Don't think I pursued either of my other 2 beliefs.
Nope.
So 1 fate. Always know something no one else in the room does. Didn't get me in trouble. No, I didn't get in. I didn't actually know anything.
No.
I feel like intense has sent the story in a new direction because now I've gone like, cool. He
Yeah.
won't be helpful, so I'm gonna burn his house down.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I'm trying to think whether I don't think
Yeah, I don't
I'm gonna
think
try and make a
anything else.
case around like paranoid and like that I couldn't just be like, hey, this is my plan. It helps you. Do you want to do this with me? I have to like go in the anger, but I don't know if that's
No, I
not
don't think
what
so.
paranoid is. That's
No.
that's a different thing. I don't think I was being romantic. I was being the opposite of romantic. Being materialistic, maybe, but yeah.
Cool.
Cool. So 2 fate.
Wicked.
Ugh. I need to make a fate file belief.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Cool. Okay, let's do some shout outs and then we'll finish up. So Ash.
Yep. So thank you for a cool time today. It was neat to get to do 2/3 of a round of a Duel of Wits. My name's Ash. You can find me here on Twitch, also on Twitter and YouTube and Patreon. If you want to support games, me writing games, you can find me on all of those places at Acegiak, ACEGIAK. And I'll be on Twitch later today. Some stuff.
Cool. Dave.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm glad we managed to get a session in before our little break. Definitely did not go how I was expecting, but it's setting up some interesting stuff. So thank you very much, Finbar, for including my character in your evil schemes. That was nicely done.
I was hoping that conversation would just be successful, and I'd just be, hey, do you want to make a sculpture that I'll put in this cool thing I've got planned?
Yeah, it probably always would have been like that. It's just like the footing. You tried to put yourself above.
Oh yeah, it was always going to be skeevy, but it was going to be friendly skeevy, and then it got like gross skeevy.
Yeah. So that was really cool and interesting. If you'd like to follow my stuff, you totally can at Dave_the_human on Twitter and Dave_human on Twitch. Next stream I'll be doing. There's no Pathfinder playtest this week because Adam has to prep stuff, but I will be continuing the campaign of Waterdeep Dragon Heist on twitch.tv/DND on Friday at 9 p.m. BST. To look at my calendar.
The good old Dragon Hoist.
Yeah.
Finbar.
Hello. When I am not being a gross lady who wants to buy everyone around her because she's bad at trust, I am being a internet person who talks about mostly just Yakuza now whenever I feel the urge to tweet. It's a really good game. I really like it, and I'm probably going to sink much more time into Yakuza 1. But yeah, other than that, I make a podcast with Ashley here, which hasn't had an episode in a while because it's life bullshit. But will soon, because I will pull my head out my ass and make the episodes. So kindly go find Feelings First on SoundCloud or wherever you get your podcasts, and start listening to episode 0 of our Dogs in the Vineyard game, where we make a bunch of terrible cowboy boys.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, and I'm at FinBuddyS on Twitter.
Cool.
Did it.
Thank you guys. Well, I've been Ashley Nova. This is my channel. If you're here on Twitch watching live, thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. You can hit the follow button up there and always find out when stuff is happening here. If you're on YouTube, you can go to twitch.tv/AshleyNova to find out where to find the stuff live. You can find me on Twitter, where I'm now going professional shit poster, because apparently I get 50,000 fucking likes on a tweet I did in my pajamas.
Jupiter is trans, though, confirmed.
Jupiter is trans, confirmed.
I missed this, but I'm so proud of you.
It's true, so...
Yeah. 50,000... It's literally the most popular internet thing I've ever done.
Shit post your way to the top.
That's how you win Twitter, though.
That's how you win Twitter, yeah.
All my favourite people I follow on Twitter are shit posters.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find my Twitter at Dr. Ashley Nova. And various places in various combinations of the word Ashley, Nova, and underscores. yeah, so we're not gonna have an episode for 2 weeks because I'm going away for TwitchCon, and then we'll be back. And fingers crossed, there will be another player down that way somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Fingers
We'll
crossed.
find the screen real estate for them.
Yes.
So exciting.
So yeah,
I wonder who they're gonna
thanks
be.
everyone for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.